I'd say.
I love it. I love those rivalries. Is there one thing you're looking forward to more than anything else about coming into the 2K League and experiencing something for the first time?
Going to Minnesota. Actually, I've been there like when I was a little kid, but everything's new to me over there, so.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. On the court for the Nuggets. Gordon and Jokic, the combo inside. Then it's Murray, then it's Michael Porter, and it's Mr. Perfect in at the 1 spot.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
After the franchise's first title in 2019, the Raptors trying to find their way back to contention doors.
They are, BA, and you have an interesting mix of young talent and veteran players left over from that championship roster. They've remained competitive, but the goal for an organization that's won a championship is to get back to the promised land, and there's a ways to go yet for that.
Here's Mr. Perfect. He's got 5. Sinks the tray. Mr. Perfect's got 8 points.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Here's Barnes. He can't get it to go. Great D that time for Porter. Here's Mr. Perfect. Myrtle grabs a miss.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
They grab their own miss. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Hornets.
And just far too many turnovers. You can't expect to win if you can't protect the ball.
That's exactly right. Miscues drive a coach crazy. You're giving them more opportunities than you're giving yourself, and that's always problematic.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Here's Flynn. 7 points in the game. Left side, Anunoby puts up a 3. Flynn's shot is off. The Nuggets trail. It's Jokic, high post. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter.
Down in the paint, Jokic knows how to take charge, getting past the D and to a look.
Here's Flynn, defended by Gordon. Flynn, the pass to Barnes. Another shot. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Here's Mr. Perfect. No good on the triple.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrating.
Siakam, that's good. Siakam's got his second basket of the night.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Now a timeout called by Denver. Well, Grant, with that time of the year where trade rumors start to heat up and speculation on social media runs rampant.
Oh, you're so right. I mean, we're not just talking players, too. A number of coaches are on the hot seat as well, so it can be a bit of a distraction for everyone. And, of course, the only cure is winning.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Give him 8. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. They get it back. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, at 6'9", great athlete, Aaron Gordon can be a problem on the glass.
Toronto's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Pass to Flynn. Clock at 6. And count it from 12 feet. Flynn's got 9.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Here's Murray. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
And this is a tricky move by Murray, getting the defense off balance and drawing the foul.
And the Raptors with some changes. Achua's checked in for Pirtle, and it's Gary Trent Jr. in for Anunoby. And Denver with a change here, too. Brown's checked in. Now here's Siakam. 6 points for him, and that one's good. Flynn.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Mr. Perfect. Achua with some nice D.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Siakam finds Trent. Back to Flynn. It's Barnes on the wing. Off target with the 3.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And now the Raptors on the break. Here's Siakam. Good work defensively by Gordon. Murray passes to Mr. Perfect. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. He's got 10.
The combo guard, Murray, capable of hurting you with his scoring as well as with his passing.
Here's Flynn. He's got 11. Good work defensively by Gordon.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And Grant, last season, Nikola Jokic came close to winning his 3rd straight MVP. But in the end, he won something more precious, an NBA title.
And that Finals MVP award more meaningful, both personally and in terms of his legacy. Being a winner is what matters in the end.
And Toronto calls time here. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Denver.
And always a lot to find out when opponents haven't seen each other yet.
It's an interesting matchup. 2 teams that don't know each other all that well. Separate conferences. We'll see which one can dictate the pace early.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. McDaniels comes in for Scotty Barnes. Najee, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Caldwell Pope comes in for Jamal Murray. Brown passes to Caldwell Pope. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And so Trent will bring it up for the Raptors. Trailing by 5. They need this. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
And that night, they did a great job of executing their plays and creating mismatches.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
And it's the Raptors with the ball. The Nuggets getting their last shot to go. Here's Achua. Brown grabs the board.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And the layup is good off the glass. And now a 9-point Nugget lead.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And Toronto calls time here. And finally getting to full strength last season, the Nuggets showing how great they can be, Grant.
Well, the franchise's first ever championship, BA. And you look at all their top players just entering their primes. Plenty of runway left ahead of them.
Boucher finds Trent. And here's Achua to the left side wing. Here's Flynn. 3-pointer. Brown grabs the board.
Excellent job of closing out on that 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Flynn on the attack.
2 minutes left in the first.
Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. Here's Mr. Perfect. Misses the 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
McDaniels passes to Achua. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Flynn. The 3. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Here's Mr. Perfect, covered by Boucher. Gordon can't hit.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Trent outside. Here's Flynn. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Here's Flynn. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Clock at 4. Unloads. Denver grabs the miss.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Trent outside. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. From 13, no good.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Fires for 3. Mr. Perfect gets the bucket. Mr. Perfect's got 23.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And that one's good. Flynn's got 17.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
And he comes up with a bucket.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. They just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Up big because of their three-point shooting. Just going to town from downtown tonight. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Nuggets, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Barnes and Siakam in at the forward positions. OG Anunoby out there with Gary Trent. And it's Young in at the 5. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Barnes. Pass to Siakam. Now Anunoby. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Caldwell Pope.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. But now that we've had a few years of reference, Doris, how do you think the play-in tournament has fared so far?
BA, a successful addition, there's no doubt about it. It's involved more teams for more competitive basketball for longer stretches of the season. That's exactly what you hope for.
That free throw misses. Well, Grant, one of the things that keep Raptors fans positive is the youth that's represented on this roster.
Yeah, they've got a great core, BA, and lots of young guys on this team. But they're missing a star. Yeah, probably, but they can be dangerous.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And he's good on the second.
An exceptionally skilled player. You hope Michael Porter Jr. stays.
Ends up going with a new group. Here's Flynn. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Flynn's got 19 points.
Tremendous vision from Chris Boucher. He is making a case for being more involved offensively.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
The Nuggets have some flat-out scorers on their roster, but head coach Mike Malone said the way we play is pass is king. The ball moves around and everybody benefits. And Brian, it sure helps when your best player, Nikola Jokic, is setting the tone with his incredible court vision.
No doubt about that, Allie. Thanks for that. Here's Mr. Perfect from deep. Porter pulls it in. Pass to Flynn. And it's Denver with a rebound.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Chalk up 2 there.
And he's just crushing them. With plays like that. I mean, just continuing to pile it on.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
That one drops for him. 21 points in the game.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Down low. To the inside. Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, the size is there, but the vertical is what really is eye-popping with Aaron Gordon.
Toronto's gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Here's Flynn. 21 points in the game. Outside McDaniels. 5 to shoot. Achua passes to Flynn. And it's Denver with a rebound. Najee's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Mr. Perfect. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Here's Flynn. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Pass to Mr. Perfect. Here's Najee. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far. Really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Here's Mr. Perfect. That's 29 for him. And there is a whistle. That goes on Otto Porter. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Mr. Perfect. Pass to Najee. Achua with a steal.
That's just phenomenal defense. The defense feels like it's all over the place and knows exactly how to guard it.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Lets it fly. And the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Porter, the pass to Achua. Porter against Caldwell Pope to the middle. Here's Flynn. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Flynn's got 23 points.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Drills it from deep. Mr. Perfect's got 34.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Pass to McDaniels. Now here's Achua. Outside Porter. Right side McDaniels. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound by the Nuggets. Gordon's got 5 rebounds in the game. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Here's Mr. Perfect. He's got 34.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Here's Flynn. 23 points in the game.
Nuggets foul. Number 00. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
Porter, the pass to Flynn. 3 seconds left. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Denver in total control, up by 29 going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back with you shortly. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Denver has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. On the court for Denver. And the forward spots, Porter Jr. and Gordon. Then it's Murray. Then there's Nikola Jokic. And it's Mr. Perfect in a 2-guard. And for the Raptors, they're shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Barnes passes to Siakam. Gordon pulls it in. Gordon's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Inside is Mr. Perfect, and the powerful one-handed slam.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
And the latest power rankings. We're still in December, but we are starting to see things take shape in the NBA. You take a look at the Hornets. They slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Well, I think for Denver, they established early on that this was the position they were aiming for. All they need to do now is maintain this great level of play or even aim a little higher. That's 3 buckets in a row off assists.
And Siakam has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Anunoby. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. For Denver, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. We've seen our fair share of NBA players from the UK. Is Anunoby the most successful, you think?
Well, B.A., how about this? I mean, he's the first player from the United Kingdom to win an NBA championship. Back in 2019, he was part of that Raptors championship. And think about this. He has now turned himself into that coveted elite defensive player on the wing, so needed in today's NBA. They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
Here's Flynn, defended by Murray. Pass to Anunoby.
Nuggets foul. Number 00. That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Flynn. 23 points in the game. 4 on the clock. The 3 from Barnes.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Out to the wing. Mr. Perfect passes to Jokic. Murray up top. Here's Mr. Perfect, covered by Pirtle. Pass to Porter. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds in the game. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
For Toronto, they've gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Here's Barnes. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It'll go on Michael Porter.
Boy, the defense tight inside, but Barnes just persevering.
That free throw good from Barnes. Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Flynn. No good on the second free throw.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
It's deflected.
OG Anunoby is fast off his feet. 7'2" wingspan, says twice on the pipes.
You know, if they're looking for stops, they can't give it back on the defensive glass.
Young, he's checked in for Toronto. And the free throw, no good. Well, the Raptors shooting at about 34% here in this game. Murray against Trent. Outside Barnes. Three-pointer. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 4 rebounds now.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Hi, guys. Well, Mr. Perfect in their last time out against the Mavericks just played phenomenal. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. A legendary performance that will be talked about for years to come, unless he's able to do it again tonight. Brian?
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Mr. Perfect passes to Murray. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Murray's got 15. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for Denver.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor. That's a complete effort. Stuck with his man, gets his hand up, and then he doesn't hesitate to finish the possession with the rebounding job.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Brown's checked in for Jokic. Now here's Anunoby. 9 points in the game. Pass to Young. Back to Anunoby. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his 4th.
Boy, the athleticism of OG Anunoby can be eye-popping sometimes, guys. And what's happening now is he's developing on the offensive end. This guy's upside is absolutely tremendous.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
It's time for your North Star Crew.
And with balloting underway, a chance to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting.
Well, it's so interesting to see where the players stack up right now.
Well, you look at Barnes. He's racked up a nice share of votes, but there are still a few players ahead of him in the East.
Well, it's a loaded East this season. So many guys in the mix for a spot on the All-Star team. He's absolutely one of them.
And it's hard to contain the excitement as we look ahead to what promises to be an outstanding All-Star weekend. Here's Mr. Perfect. Anunoby covering. Gordon, the pass to Brown. Stolen by Anunoby. Moving it up. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Here's Mr. Perfect. 43 points in the game. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You know, they've barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
Outside Anunoby. Pass to Siakam. Oh, sweet move. Shots blocked.
And Porter Jr.'s teammates and coaches love when he hustles. When he does, he makes an impact on D.
Murray against Trent. Here's Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get one up. That one off the back iron and out. And so Anunoby will bring it up for Toronto. Trent outside. Kicks it out to Siakam. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue.
Here's Anunoby. And here's Barnes. Back to Anunoby. Over the past few years, Doris, injuries and missed games have been on the rise in the NBA.
You know, I'm not exactly sure what the data says as it relates to how big a jump we've seen, but what we know is every team has committed to having a top-of-the-line medical staff. We've seen the league try to minimize back-to-backs in 4 games and 5 nights. Injuries are always a topic of conversation, both for the individual organizations and the league in general.
Chris Boucher out there with Thaddeus Young. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Barnes. And it's Anunoby in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And some changes here for the Raptors. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Boucher. Dick comes in for Barnes. And it's Flynn in for Anunoby.
Well, Thaddeus Young is a team-first guy, and if he sees an opportunity to get a teammate a shot, he will deliver it.
Pass to Watson. To the paint. Mr. Perfect. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And even the players have expressed concern about load management. Are changes afoot, or is this the new normal, Grant?
Well, B.A., I think protecting players from injury is smart to do. But maybe the ticket sellers need to highlight the back-to-back games so fans are well aware that some players might be sitting. What you can't help but notice this half is how lights out they've been from the free throw line.
Here's Dick. Pass to Flynn. The 3 is up. And Thaddeus Young gets the whistle that time.
Thaddeus Young.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul.
Denver has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Here's Mr. Perfect. Well, from broadcasting to team ownership, heading USA Basketball, Grant, what drives you to do so much these days?
Well, B.A., I'm an active guy, and I had a great playing career, but the things I wasn't able to do because of the injury, I think, left me even more motivated to excel and try new things in this next chapter of my life.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
At the line for Toronto, Malachi Flynn.
And they've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Oh, another one falls.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Toronto has gone 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Here's Flynn. Denver grabs the miss. Watson's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Mr. Perfect. Inside. And it's Watson missing.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
Flynn's shot is off. Denver has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. Here's Mr. Perfect. And yes, another basket.
And he's been dominant so far. In this one,
shouldering the offense, really taking it to the opposition. Well, the final minute of the game can take up to 2. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.